Hi guys, it's Amy with A2Z Stamping doing my weekly live video. I'm excited for the demonstration today, so I want to quickly get to that. I don't have a lot of things to go over, so the beginning portion should be pretty short. So just a reminder, Sale-A-Bration is still going on all of January, February, and March. What that means is for every $50 you spend, you get to pick something for free out of the Sale-A-Bration catalog. And some people have been a little confused when they're placing their orders. You just go ahead and place it right below where you enter the regular things. And so it's $50 retail. So anything, and you could be on anything. You could buy $50 worth of adhesive if you wanted to, and then you can pick any item out of the Sale-A-Bration catalog. And then there are two items that are you can get with $100. Hey, Nikki. So just remember that Sale-A-Bration is going on right now. If you have any questions about it or anything, feel free to email me or message me or just comment, and I'm happy to answer any questions you might have. Okay, did you guys see my current class for this week? It's the Sure Do Love You. Let's see if I can get it. There we go. Sure Do Love You stamp set. You guys, I'm not even going to lie. This is my favorite class I've ever designed. The paper that is in the Painted with Love suite, I think that's what it's called, it doesn't even look very good in the catalog. In fact, let me grab the catalog. When I first saw it, I didn't really think much of it, actually, even though I love paper. I'm really a collector of paper. Okay, so it's right, let me see if I can get it on here. This is the paper right here. This is all they show you, is this little tiny bit. And I didn't think much of it. I mean, it's pretty, whatever. Or sorry, guys, I keep getting off the screen. Okay, this paper in real life is gorgeous. And I am a total paper snob, major collector of designer series paper. And this paper, you guys, you have to touch it and feel it. It's really beautiful. And it's in like, well, let's look and see what the colors are. So, Calypso Coral, Melon Mambo, Powder Pink, Rich Raspberry, Whisper White, and then there's gold in there. It is so pretty. So we're going to be using a lot of the paper from this suite on our cards, and then obviously the stamps. And we're also going to be using, in this class, the framelits that are called, let's see what they're called here. They're called the Lots of Love Box Framelits die. So these guys right here. So you have two options when signing up for my class this week. You can get the bundle, which you'll get the framelits and the stamp set, which is a clear mount stamp set, so it's red rubber, and you save 10%. So it's a bundling is a great way to go because you save 10% off the stamp set and 10% off the framelits. And that's the one I recommend because you'll cut everything out yourself. So you will need a Big Shot or another die cutting machine that can work with our framelits dies. And I'll still send you all the materials for the class. Then you also have an option to buy the class without the framelits, and that's fine too. Just the class is just going to be a little tiny bit harder to do because that means I have to do all the die cut work for you beforehand. So you'll be stamping onto something that's already die cut, which is not impossible to do. It's just a little bit harder. So I definitely recommend you do the class. You do option B, which is including the framelits and the framelits and the stamp set. And one cool thing about this framelit set that we won't be using in my class is it comes with this big piece right here. Okay, let me get off the weird glare. This piece right here is so cool, you guys. This, you cut out two of them so that it lays flat. You cut out two of these, and it makes a little conversation heart size box. So you know those skinny boxes that the conversation hearts come in? Perfect for Valentine's Day, but really this is perfect for all kinds of things all year long. So that one's a fun one to play with. And I love the other dies on this set. I've already used these hearts a bunch in different cards I've done. I love this big heart, this frame right here. Anyway, it's a fun set to own. So definitely, if you're ever going to try out one of my classes, this is the one to try out. They're so cute. And the stamp set, so one of the cards is going to say, "You're my Valentine every single day." So that's definitely Valentine. But the other two, one will say the Just For You, and one's going to say this Sure Do Love You, which you could use for Valentine, or you could use it for anyone that you want to say Sure Do Love You. So these cards aren't going to be just for Valentine's Day, but if you want to give out Valentines, take my class and you'll have 6 to hand out. Love them. Okay. My January host code, MRASQZX7. It's good for all of January. So if you're placing an order on my shopping page that's under $150, go ahead and use my host code. And I would appreciate it, and I'll probably maybe send you a little surprise in the mail. If your order's over $150, don't ever use my host code. Always earn your own hostess rewards, and it's so easy when placing an order. It walks you right through the whole thing. If you're ever confused, though, or have a question, feel free to send me a message. All my contact information is in my newsletter, or you can Facebook message me or just comment or email me, whatever. I'm happy to help. I think we're going to start hearing my kids, you guys. It's about time for them to get home from school. Okay, my email newsletter. So that comes out every Tuesday. If you want to get my weekly email, go to A2Zstamping.stampin.net and sign up for that, or just leave me your email address and I'll sign you up, and that's a good way to get everything in one place. Plus my PayPal links for my classes are listed there, so it's a lot easier to sign up. All right. My Facebook group, if you're watching this on YouTube, is A2Zstamping. I'd love to have you guys join me over there. And for anyone who places any size order on my shopping page, I will send you the catalogs for free as a gift from me. I hear one kid. So go ahead and do that, especially if you want to get the new catalogs. All right, but I want to get to my demonstration that I was going to do today. So let me put all this stuff aside. So I'm going to show you guys how to emboss, heat emboss, in any color of ink. Okay, so I think that's kind of cool. So let me just flip you guys back around. Okay, we're going to flip you back around, and I'm going to, flip this around. All right. Okay, let me get you all set up here, and I think I'm going to zoom in a little bit. All right. So what you need if you're going to do heat embossing is obviously you need the heat tool. Let me go ahead and grab mine right here. So you need a heat tool. You can't use like a blow dryer or anything if you're new to heat embossing. You definitely need a real heat tool. So I have my Stampin' Up! Heat tool here, and you need Versamark ink, and then whatever stamps you're going to be using, and paper. So I'm going to be stamping. I'm going to use a stamp from the Blooms and Wishes set. I love this one. I'm going to grab, let's see, what do I want to do? I'm going to grab this flower. Am I going to do the flower? Actually, I think I'm going to go ahead and I'll do the words, or maybe I'll do both. So I already have on my block here the For You. That's this right here. Okay, so with heat embossing, typically you would use the embossing powder, and we have, I want to say 5 colors. I know we have bronze, gold, silver, clear, and white. I want to say are all the colors we have. So when you're going to emboss in a different color, you pick whichever ink you want to use. So I'm going to be using rose red, and then you'll use your clear embossing powder. All right, so I've got that right here. So let me get all set up. Okay, and you'll want a piece of, let me move everything out of my way here. You need a piece of paper, just a regular size sheet of paper works good. Actually, I think I will do the flower. I know, I keep changing my mind. Well, no, I'm gonna do the For You. Okay, so what you do is I recommend using the Embossing Buddy. This is also in the catalog. This gets rid of the static that's on your paper so that your embossing powder will only stick to where you want it to stick. Sometimes if you don't use this, you get it all over the place and it's hard to get it off. So you want to use your Embossing Buddy. And we want to open up our embossing powder just so we're ready to go. Okay. So the first thing we want to do is open up our Versamark and my ink pad that I'm going to use. And you want to ink your stamp up in the Versamark first, and then ink it up in the color you're doing. Okay? And then go ahead and stamp your image. Let's see here. Okay. And then we're going to, I'm going to put the lid back on my Versamark. Close my ink. And then I'm going to pour this all over the top. Okay? And you want to cover it completely. So it doesn't matter if you use it all up. Okay, so it's completely covered. Then I'm going to dump it off. Tap, tap, tap. Then I just take my paper and go ahead and dump it right back into the jar. Okay, set that aside. Close this up. Then I like to clean my stamp off right away because I don't like to leave Versamark on my stamp. Okay. And then you just grab your heat tool. So you can hold it as long as you're not going to burn yourself, or just leave it flat on your surface. It doesn't really matter. Let me see if I can get close so you can see the change. There we go. Can you see it changing? I'm actually going to turn it. It's getting kind of hot over there. All right, and that looks all done. Turn that off. And can you see that? It's embossed in the rose red. Isn't that so cool? Okay, but let me show you. I'll do it one more time. We'll do it just on this back side because that's nice and dry. Okay, so let's say we do want to do the flower. Let me, again, Emboss Buddy over it. Let me grab the flower. So I'll remove this. Ink up my flower in the Versamark. Then in my ink color, I should have used a block big enough for the stamp. Okay, stamp my image. All right. Close these up, pour over my powder. This stamp set is a watercolor looking stamp set. That's why it's lighter in some areas. Okay, pour this over the top. Tap it all off, tap, tap, tap. Pour this back in. Close that up. So see, your embossing powder lasts a really long time. And then we'll go ahead and we'll do our heat tool again. I'm gonna just leave it flat on here because it's kind of hot to hold with this small of a piece. Oh, don't want to blow away. See if I can zoom in. I don't know if I can. I don't think so. In just a second, you'll see it start to change. It'll start to get darker is what will happen. There we go. See, it's starting to change right there. See if I can lift it up. Are you seeing it change? Isn't that so cool? And that looks done. And again, there we go. So let's see. Can you see that? See how shiny and shimmery it is? It's so pretty. And here's one I did earlier in Perfect Plum. And this one I just stuck one of the, what are these called? These are the clear faceted gems in the center of my flower. And see how it's nice and shiny and sparkly? Isn't that so pretty? And again, the other side was my For You. So there's a lot of fun things you can do. So don't ever be limited with the colors that we offer in embossing powder, because you can use any of your ink colors to emboss. You just need your ink, your Versamark, and your embossing powder and your heat tool. And it's so simple to do and fun. So anyway, I told you guys it was going to be short and quick and simple today. So if you have any questions, feel free to post them. I'll go back and answer them. Oh, and don't forget the Embossing Buddy. I know this is one of those little tools that we often see in the catalog and we overlook because we're like, what is this for? I find this thing invaluable whenever I'm heat embossing. So it's kind of fun and addicting. Once you start doing it, you kind of want to do it all the time. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. That's all I've got for today. It's nice and sweet and short and to the point. So anyway, I hope you guys will catch me next week, and make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel if you're watching this on YouTube. And if you are watching on YouTube, I hope you'll join my Facebook group, A2Z Stamping. Thanks, guys.